Oh, we got a lot to get to on a France Fancy Friday. Let's stop messing around. Let's get it. Let go.
Live from the BiffNet Studios World Headquarters in Spring, Texas, it's Barry on Deck, hosted by former ESPN Houston radio host and stand-up comedian Barry Laminack, starring Oliver the Cat. Written by Barry Laminack, produced by Barry Laminack, directed by, you guessed it, Barry Laminack, featuring sports, entertainment, special guests, film sessions, and some drinking. Okay, a lot of drinking. Viewer discretion is advised. And now, here's your host, Barry Laminack.
What's up, you damn dirty deckheads? Welcome to Barry on Deck. I am your host, Barry Laminack. Thank you guys for being here. Today is Friday, March 19th, 2021, and this is episode number 215 of Barry on Deck. We approach the 250 mark, slowly but surely. I don't know why this thing keeps cutting out. I gotta tell you, we've had some issues lately. I've noticed as I've been editing these shows that there's been some max headroom skips. Like, it's just, I don't know what's going on. The sooner I get over to the PC, the better off I'll be, I feel like. I'll be happier at least. Like, I'm watching right now, big delay. So I don't know if there's a delay on YouTube. I don't know if there's any issues going on. Whatever it is, if it's a problem for you, I apologize. And please tell me if you're having issues and I'll work to correct them. But we are here. It's a Friday. I'm pumped. As soon as this show's over, I'm headed on the road to New Braunfels. So Chris Reyes, get ready. He's out there. He's already got his ticket. So, got a show. I'm glad to be back on the road doing comedy. I'm very excited about that. Stayed up late last night. Didn't even stream on Twitch. Had too much to take care of from a business perspective of Barry on Deck. Sometimes I got to just stop doing show stuff and do business stuff. But I'll tell you this. I got some cool guests booked. Got some other things in the works, so a lot of stuff moving and shaking and happening, and I hope everybody had fun on their Twitch stream last night. Now, listen, I'm not anticipating, and you guys know me, I get obsessed with numbers when I know I should not. It's the madness of March. So listen, if you're watching later because you wanted to watch basketball live, I don't blame you. I'm not mad at you. I love you. You do what you do. You watched when you watched and you listened when you listened, and that's all I care about. Speaking of listening, all right, this isn't just a YouTube show anymore. Yes, I'm a fledgling YouTube fuckface. Yes, I stream live on youtube.com/Barry is Funny every single Monday through Friday, 2 to 4 p.m. But some of you can't watch on the tubes, so we have a new way for you to enjoy and consume me. That doesn't sound right. But yeah, you can consume me via the Podbean app. Download it to your iPhone, your Samsung, your Cricket, your flip phone, your BlackBerry, your what was that thing with the text thing? Whatever. Put the Podbean app on your phone. You can listen live, not delayed, but you can listen live. Now, if you're on iTunes, if you're on Google Play, Spotify, wherever you consume a podcast, if you need to listen later, you can absolutely do that as well. So the show is growing and expanding, and I have one favor. I have but one favor to ask of you today and this weekend. This is all I need from you. It doesn't cost you a dime. It takes less than 2 minutes to do. Head on over to iTunes, mosey on over there, all my iPhone peeps or Mac users that have the podcast app. Leave us a rating. I'm not even going to tell you to leave me a 5-star rating because you might not like the show that much. Maybe I'm a 4-star show to you, and I'm fine with that. But just head on over there, leave me a rating, and subscribe. I would very much appreciate that. That's going to, if enough happens in the first couple of weeks of a release on iTunes, you make it to the featured page, which is pretty cool. So a way to grow the show. So do that for me. If not, look, I get that as well. All right, enough chit chat. Let's get to the chat. The man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Jeff Bell, the inventor of the Triple Crown for Barry on Deck is the greatest deckhead in the world for the next hour and 52 minutes. Who am I kidding? I'm trying to get on the road. Jeff Bell, first ad of the day, first like of the day, and the first super chat of the day, which is the Barry on Deck Chat Triple Crown, my buddy. Congratulations, Jeff Bell. Put a tick mark next to your name. And because Jeff is keeping track of all the Triple Crowns, and I said I would do something special. I don't know what yet. One thing popped in my head. The winner Triple Crown for the year on the scroll during the break. Maybe I'll put a little crown next to your name. Huh? Yeah, maybe we'll do that. And then I'll maybe make you a Barry on Deck shirt with a crown, and then we'll do other shit. But Jeff Bell is in today with the Triple Crown. There is the super chat to verify it right there. Let's get to the rest of the shout outs, shall we? Juan Gonzalez in the building. So close, Juan. KD, you almost had it. Got you $1. Marvin Wingfield in the building. Rick C is here, my sweet Donna. I'm sorry I confused you by saying there wasn't a show when there actually is. Eric Resendez says that's not cool enough to give a crown next to the name on the scroll and a shirt for the Triple Crown. Well, then you tell me what's cool. Also, Francisco Barca's over there flicking the Podbean. There is a chat on the Podbean app, but I don't pay attention to it as much as YouTube. If you want to chat and you have the ability to chat, then you should be on YouTube because that means you can watch or at least fuck with your phone. Jeff Bell in the building. Keith Sager is here. Fidel Limon is here. Virginia Buttonweed. John Dory. Barry on Sport. Oh, that's me. Okay. Alan Denton is here blaming the YouTube delays. Don't even try it. Francisco Abarca is driving to Houston. Total Dallas. Jeff Bell with the $5 Friday. Thank you, Mr. Bell. You didn't need to do that. You sent in the $2 Triple Crown winner, and you also did that. So I appreciate you, my friend. Mr. Jones is in the building. Who else? Uriel Villanueva. Jen is here. Alan Denson with the $5 Friday and shots. Don't worry, famo. We're going to do them. Even though Nora told me not today. We'll discuss. Chuck Dunaway is here. CC, I love the smell of Friday. Well, okay. Stephen the Weather Guy with his weather update. Current conditions at BiffNet World Headquarters, 64 degrees, dew point 38 degrees, sunny, 100% chance it's going to be a stellar weekend. And I'm going to be driving for most of it, you raggedy bitches. Fidel Limon, SVG. Marvin Wingfield says he's too sober. Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Should I go mow or listen to Barry? What? Bro, you go mow. No, I'm just kidding. Do both. Put me in the headphones and drive around. What up, Chris Reyes? I'll see you tonight. Truck and Taco, Truck Driver Pookie. Let's get it. Total Dallas. Aaron J. Bryant. All right. Aaron, let's go. Rev House, D-Mata. What's up? Love you too, D-Mata. Okay. Now, first thing we do on a Friday. Everybody knows this. Everybody knows the drill. We drink. And the way we drink, ASMR style. Let's go. Here we go. This is my glass. Now, I'm going to need you guys to not be snitches. What's up, G-Man? I'm going to need you guys to not be hoe-ass bitches and tell Nora that I drank today. Because Nora specifically told me on the couch last night, oh, you're getting your second shot. Don't drink Friday or Saturday. Okay. No problem, babe. Yeah, I don't think so. We're definitely drinking Bacardi with Diet Coke. That's what we're rocking today. We're back on that kick. So here we go with the pour ASMR. That's a little much. So good. Oh my God, I'm so hard right now. Oh my God. If you're just listening on the podcast, you don't need this. If you're just listening on the podcast, you're missing my O face. Oh, that's so good. Holy shit. All right, so we're back on the Bacardi and Diet Coke. And by the way, later on today, we're going to talk about, are you guys afraid to order your favorite drink? Is it too foo-foo-y? Is it too, are you like, I would like a sunrise lemonade with a dash of vodka? We're going to talk about that and a whole lot more. A whole lot more. What is this? It's my birthday, Barry. I didn't send your secretary the date, but now you know. Well, G, first of all, happy birthday, homie. Happy birthday to you, G-Man. By the way, if you guys don't know, G-Man, the original super chat. Yeah. G-Man was the first person to ever send a super chat. G-Man, my friend, happy birthday to you. Let me get my whiskey. That's what I'm shooting. I will shoot the Jameson. Faux show. We're going to shoot this for G-Man. We're going to shoot this for Fidel sitting in the Lambo. I got more to get to. By the way, G-Man, I would just like to point out, but I probably would not call Jen a secretary. I mean, executive assistant, probably. She does have a title with Who's Fancy Media. She is vice president of operations and general manager. Also, still acts as an executive assistant for me. So she's really got 3 titles. Definitely secretary, not one of them. So if you ever do meet Jen and she punches you dead off in your balls, at least you know why. But G-Man, my friend, happy birthday to you. Love you, buddy. Thank you for being the OG super chatter on Barry on Deck way back when we started this raggedy mess on May 11th. Thank you all for being here on a Friday. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you chose to be here with me. If you're listening on the Podbean, if you're listening later on the podcast, just know I love you all. Cheers. This is Jamie. Let's do it. Okay. Happy birthday, G-Man. Alan Denson, thank you for the $5 Friday and the shots. We did them. I feel like I missed a super chat. Trucker Taco with the $5 Friday, my friend. Thank you so much for the $5 Friday. You are a gentleman and a scholar, and I want you to know I appreciate you. By the way, every time I see your name, seriously, I crave tacos. Every fucking time. And you just need to bring some tacos, all right? Andy Huggins, New Bronxville's tonight. You, me, Trey Tutson. You guys. If you live in San Antonio like Chris Reyes, or you live in the hill country like Francisco Abarca, who's going to be in Houston tonight, or you're in Austin, you need to come see the show tonight. Texas ski some shit. I don't know. Yeah, it's going to be a great show. I know, Andy, I've got to stop. I can't be driving later. It's going to be ugly. I'm going to be fine. I'm a professional drinker now, Andy. Well, not a thing to brag about, but I'm getting better at it. G-Man, thanks to you all. Enjoy the show. Corrected. Sorry, Jen. All good. She's still going to punch you in the balls. Texas Ski Resort is what it's called. Okay. Rev, we'll miss you, buddy. Thanks for stopping in and giving the show a like. You guys, if you're listening, if you haven't subscribed, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. So let's get this show rolling. We got a lot to get to, and I don't want to bullshit around. As you know, on Fridays, we cover a lot of stuff. One of the things that's near and dear to my heart that I am so appreciative of from all of you guys is the fact that you decide to join my Patreon and support this show on a monthly basis, and I can't thank you enough for it. So I want to showcase you guys when you do that. And by the way, if you're wanting to join the Patreon and you don't, it's very simple. Just go to patreon.com/Barry on Deck. There you can sign up. There you will support this show. And it's really you guys that keep this show. You guys keep this show rolling. Yes, we have sponsors. And yes, I appreciate their money. But this is a crowd-funded and crowd-sourced show. That's just how this works. Also, the other day, I saw somebody say on the Discord, warmed to my heart, but they said, look, we know your name's on the show, Barry. We get it. But we feel like this is our show. And goddamn it, I'm here to tell you, this is our show. I'm doing this show, but this show is for and by all of us. You guys send me stuff that you want to talk about. You send me videos. You help me with topics and ideas and guests and everything else. This is 1,000% our show. So I don't want you to ever forget. Now, I can't take everybody's advice and we can't do everything that everybody wants. But I do this for you guys. And I don't want you to forget that. Now, so the Patreon, I just want to say a big thank you. A big thank you to John Parker, who upgraded from the official Deckhead tier, which is going away soon, to the big Deckhead tier. So very much appreciate you, Mr. John Parker. John's been rocking with me for a really long time, so I appreciate the continued support. And I gotta say, Shout out to 713 Hooligan, who upgraded himself to the Sally Struthers level, which really doesn't even exist. There's 2 levels on Patreon. That's it. There's 2 levels. There's the $5 tier and the $10 tier, which is the big head and the huge deck head. But a few of you guys have gone out and said, you know what, we want to spend more than that. So they upgraded themselves and now do $20 a month, which is $1 a show. For $1 a show, you too could sponsor a fledgling YouTube fuckface. Hence the Sally Struthers level, invented by Joe Pro, who was the first. House did it second, and now we have our third Sally Struthers member, who is 713 Hooligan. So I want you to watch the break today. I want you to notice that there are 3 names in gold, and it's everybody who's on the Sally Struthers level. But for all of you, it's all important. It all means a ton, and I appreciate all of you for being on the Patreon. And the big thing about the Patreon is getting access to the Discord. It's just the best. It really is just the best. What am I missing in the chat? I feel like I'm missing something. There's Joe Pro with a super chat. Thank you for the $5 Friday, my friend. I was too late to be shat upon, but never too late for Fancy Friday. Well, Joe Pro, welcome to Fancy Friday, my friend. We're just getting rolling, but it's going to be a lot of fun. As you guys know, every Friday, Jerome Solomon, 2:30. I haven't got a confirmation text from him yet, but he will be here, I hope. Yes, Fidel, the Discord does get litty. Oh, by the way, I want y'all to see that. And again, this is a visual show. If you're listening on podcast, you need to go to youtube.com/Barry is funny, especially if I talk about something on the screen. If you're listening live on Podbean, again, youtube.com/Barry is funny. But I wanted to point out something. I think it was Fidel Limon who came up with the lamb bomb icons or emojis. It's a sheep with a bomb. Because, you know, if you missed the inside joke, it's my version of the Woj bomb, but there's really nothing important to a lamb bomb. Hit 2 buttons at the same time. But I did decide to make this. If anybody wants one later, I'll be making these shirts. Yeah, if you're not on the YouTubes, you need to go look. So this shirt will be a thing. I don't know when, I don't know how, but this is the rough draft, the first one that I made. That's the lamb bomb shirt. Whatever. You know, every show has to have merch. Speaking of merch, I was looking for t-shirts. Tell me this isn't legitimately the best shirt of all time. This is from Busted Tees, and I am going to buy this shirt. But on the shirt, if you're not watching, and you should be, it just says, nah. And it's Rosa Parks, 1955. It's a direct quote from Rosa Parks, 1955. Nah. Love it. I'm definitely buying that shirt. I am definitely buying that shirt. Yeah, TDP wants that as a, oh, it wasn't you, Fidel? Who was it? Was it, who invented the lamb bomb icons? I don't even know who that is. Well, whoever it was, thank you for the great idea. But we'll get there. Okay. Let's keep rolling. Let's get to some sports. That's enough bullshitting around. We'll get to some more stuff later, I promise. Let's get to the sports right away. I did make some headlines for you guys. What's up to everybody on the Podbean? Here's your sports headlines for the day. Nope, that's not the headlines. That is the tournament play. Here you go. 2021 season for the NFL will now be 17 games. It is official. So you get to look forward to an 18-week season, 17 games. There will be nobody. Everybody's going to be above or below 500 unless they tie, in which case, fuck that team anyways. If you tie, unless this is the Chiefs and the Bucks that end up in a tie in the middle of the regular season, you probably ain't that good. That seems like a dumb theory, but if you think about it, if you're not good enough to beat most teams in the NFL, you probably ain't that good of a team. All the great teams, I don't think they tie. You know what I'm saying? They either go out and they win or they lose. I don't know. Maybe this is a stupid theory. In fact, it is. Let's move on. Trubisky is now Josh Allen's backup in Buffalo. You probably heard that he's signed in Buffalo. So Mitch Trubisky now a Bill, and now Josh Allen's backup. My, how the mighty have fallen. The Bears signed Andy Dalton. He was told by the Bears that he would be their starter. Sorry, Mark G. Yeah, you get to look forward to a full season of the Red Rifle. Well, at least until he's hurt and doesn't play anymore. Carlos Carrasco tore his hamstring, out 6 to 8 weeks, so bad news for the Mets. Speaking of, the Yankees and the Mets will have 20% stadium capacity going into the MLB season. I suspect, and now this is just a hunch on my part, people, I suspect that number's going to climb as we get further into the season, further into the year, and more people get vaccinated. Now, I'm going to go on record here, and I'm not trying to get political. Not a fan of Joe Biden. Not a fan of what he's done so far, what he hasn't done so far. I will give him credit for one thing, though. I will give him credit for getting the 100, I think he wanted 100 million shots in arms in his first 100 days, and he almost did it in half of that, 53 days. We've now had 100 million people at least get one dose of the vaccine, yours truly included. So I gotta say credit to him on that, which was definitely needed because Donald Trump didn't give a fuck about coronavirus. That was obvious. I mean, that might be the only thing I like about Joe Biden's presidency so far. Otherwise, not impressed. You know, he was the lesser of two evils. It was literally anyone but Trump for me. Joe Biden just ain't the man. I don't like him. I don't like it so far. We'll see if it gets better. Not a fan. However, got to give him credit for getting out in front of the vaccination. So I suspect if we continue upon this pace and now we get to 100 million people vaccinated by 100 days, and then we can replicate this over and over. There's only 350 million people in the country? So every 100 days, if we're vaccinating a third of the country, which seems possible based on the current trajectory and data that we have, then that's 300 days in, that's a full year. Although that would be fully vaccinated, most of the country. I think it takes 70% to get herd immunity or whatever. I could see, I said all that to say, by the way, alcohol already kicking in. I said all that to say, this could actually open up sports a lot sooner than we think. So right now, Mets and Yankees are 20% capacity. I would suspect that by July, don't hold me to this number, but my guess is that by the All-Star break or maybe after, that number gets bumped to 50%. Just write that down. Your old pal Barry telling you that maybe by the All-Star break, which is July, we could see 50% capacity for baseball, and they need it. I mean, I'm not going to feel sorry for billionaire owners in baseball, but they, worse than any other sport, lost a shit ton of money last year during the pandemic. CC said opening up brought Astros opening for tickets from $285 to $125. Wow. That's really good. Fred Jones says, who do you think gives Biden the vaccine? I have no idea. I don't even know what that means, Fred Jones, but welcome to the show. Not a name that I recognize, but we're happy to have you here, man. Stick around. We got some really cool people in this community, and you can be one of them, you raggedy bitch, which is a term of endearment copyrighted by Chris Householder, but stolen by me. So fuck that dude. G-Man with the super chat, the Deshaun pandemic. Yeah, we're going to get to some more Deshaun Watson talk for sure. Looks like the chat's humming along. I don't need to be involved in any of that. Sean said baseball snooze. Hey, Sean, real quick, this is what I need you to do. I need you to push pause on the show when I'm done explaining this, okay? And then follow these instructions. I need you to get up from wherever you're sitting down. Walk over to your dresser drawers and pack up all your stuff. I'm sorry, get your suitcase out, open it up, put all of your clothes into that suitcase, all right? Close it, lock it, latch it, make sure that it's secured because you're going on a very long trip to go fuck yourselfville. What do you mean baseball snooze? Baseball, I'm sorry that baseball is too smart for you, Sean. Sean R. The R stands for rudimentary education. Okay, maybe I've already drank too much. It's possible. If you don't like baseball, I don't like you. I'm just going to tell you now. Pinky up. Let's see. What do we got going on the pod beans? Flicking the bean. We can talk crap about Barry over here. No, Chris Reyes, you cannot. So somebody had a question on the pod bean. Are we getting score updates every 10 minutes or not? No, I'm definitely not doing that. I do have an update on the Playin games, but I'm not going to be that guy that's like, hey, it looks like Flickem is up to 64-63 in the look. If you want that, fucking go watch it. I'm not going to hold you back. I get it. This show isn't always going to hit a bajillion views like we always do. I mean, I don't really care. I love AR Platinum sent me a message. It was 64-64 in the Florida game at 2 seconds left in the second half. He was like, I hate college basketball, love March Madness. And I tend to agree with that. And I think most people are like that. This is when that happens, right? But I'm not going to sit here and do that. If you wanted the score updates like that, God damn it, you got a phone. Just pull up the fucking ESPN app and minimize it and put it up full screen every once in a while. You don't need me telling you that. What you do need me to tell you, though, is what happened last night in the tournament. I said all that, and then I do this. I didn't watch any of this mess. I didn't watch because you know why? Other than Texas Southern, I don't give a shit about any of these teams. Mount St. Mary's. You named a mountain after a saint, or did you name him a saint after a mountain? I don't know what's going on there. Pick a side, Mount St. Mary's. Are you a mountain or are you a saint? Tell Mary to make up her goddamn mind. Anyways, they lost to Texas Southern 60-52. Drake beat Wichita State, the Shockers. Huh? That's their only redeeming quality. 2 in the pink, 1 in the stop it. Hey, Drake beat them 53-52. I don't know if it was a buzzer beater. I have no idea. You know why? Didn't watch it. UCLA beat Michigan State 86-80. I'm sure that was fun for whoever gave a shit. And Norfolk State, App State. Is that applications or appetizers? Which one is that? Which App State did they beat? If they beat Appetizer State, that's not really a big deal. Appetizer State, when you graduate, they tell you this is just the beginning. You get it? Appetizer. Oh, God, I'm such a genius. I just know how to hang out with myself. I'm so smart. Boy, this alcohol's already kicking in early. I should have definitely ate before this show. I'm not going to be able to drive to the gig tonight. Sorry, Chris Reyes. Get your money back for the tickets. Norfolk State won 54-53. I'm sure that was a buzzer beater as well. I know. I hate me too, CC. Shut up. What are we looking at? Must be no mods today. What did I miss? Oh, Real Madrid. Yeah, go ahead and say this. Yeah, Chris Householder's not here. Is Jeremy Vinegar and Luis Zelaya here? Yeah, I'm not Ubering the New Bronzefuls. Look, I love you guys, and I appreciate every single penny. There ain't enough super chat money for me to Uber to New Bronzefuls. How much would a fucking Uber cost to New Bronzefuls? I guess like $500. Yeah, the soccer talk. I need to get these bitches out of here. I really do. It's awful. Is Luis Zelaya here? Is Jeremy Bennick? Do I not have any moderators in this highly viewed YouTube show? Is that what I'm learning right now? D-Mod is going to drive me. My back itches. Oh, Chris Reyes said fly. I'll pick you up. Reyes can pay. No. Donna, I need you to moderate. Do I really not have any moderators on this show right now? Is this where I'm at? Luis Zelaya, no Jeremy Vinegar, no Chris Householder. That's concerning. That is very concerning. I really cannot. They are flicking the pod bean. No, they're not even. Vinegar is over there. Sean, where the fuck are you? Not Sean, Jeremy. How are you on the goddamn pod bean, but you're not on the YouTubes? You know what? I just need to. Oh my God, this is so bad. Jen, I may have to make you an emergency moderator. Jesus Christ. Yeah, definitely pay cuts coming. Definitely pay cut. Listen, I need you, Jeremy Vinegar, I need you to understand something. You can't have a job and be the moderator for Barry on Deck. This is an exclusive opportunity. Look, we pay thousands of Biff coins. It's not Bitcoins, it's Biff coins. The Barry is funny coin. It's worth $0. But don't curse at me. I would never curse at you, you raggedy bitch. Yeah, I got to get more or new mods. Yeah, who gets paid? None of us. Jen, I may have to just make you a mod in perpetuity because I can't count on Jeremy and Luis and Chris. Them sons of bitches are bailing on me. All right, it is 2:30. I'm expecting Jerome Solomon any moment unless he has texted me and said, can't make it, famo. Too busy. Hey, I got to stop and pause for the cause because I forgot this when I started the show, and that's on me. I got to be a better host. No, definitely not going to let you be a mod, Tony. I should fucking time you out anyways. Thank you for the super chat, Eric Resendez. He said, Soccer Talk makes this show better. Champions League talk after Jerome. Stay tuned, people. No, and fuck no. Let me tell you, I would much rather break down every goddamn March Madness game than to talk 3 minutes of soccer. Just telling you. Hey, I got to say thank you to all the $5 Friday. By the way, it is a fancy Friday. Excuse me. Which, trademark Justin Swinford. But thank you to Crystal Collins. She was the first $5 Friday today. She said, here's $5 Friday. Wreckham Tech. Love you, Barry. I don't know. She put a bunch of hashtags and stuff in there. I don't know what that means. Ray, Truck Driver Pookie with the Lamb Bomb $5 Friday. Appreciate you, homie. Sylvia, thank you for the $5 Friday, sweetie. Uriel Villanueva with the $5 Friday. Jen, my sweet, sweet Jen with the $5 Friday. And my sweet, sweet Donna with the $10 $5 Friday. Thank you, Donna. You are the best. And also, Villanueva on the PayPal. I didn't miss it today, buddy. Alex Villanueva rocking the PayPal with the $10 $5 Friday. I very much appreciate you, Home Slice. Thank you for including yourself into the $5 Friday. All right. What is this? Baron? Is that an aspirin? Listen, I'm timing out all you motherfuckers. I'm telling you right now. I'm doing this. I've had enough of this bullshit. I'm not fucking with you guys. Y'all think that it's going to be okay to talk soccer and this bullshit. Watch everybody get this five-minute timeout right now. Watch. We're all going to watch these raggaties get $5 timeouts, get timed out together. Let's go. By the way, Josh, aka 713 Hooligan, thank you for the super chat. And he sent $5 on $5 Friday. He said, no mods. Does that mean anything goes? Soccer talk, Christmas movies, Barry start time. Oh, snap. Okay, let's go. Here we go. This is what my screen looks like in my chat. That means I could just go over here and say, all right, let's see. Tony Garza takes a high IQ to get soccer. Oh, really? Cool. Guess what? You just got a 5-minute timeout. Total Dallas. So soccer peeps, how do y'all like the quarterfinals draw? Oh, cool. Yeah, you just got put in timeout. Let's see. Chuck Dunaway. There you go, Chuck. Chuck, you raggedy bitch. You trying to be funny with the soccer? Five timeout. You get the fuck out of here. I'm not having any of this bullshit from anyone. That includes me. I don't know how this works. I don't even know what's going on right now. They about to catch these timeouts. Yes, time me out. I want money back. No, I'm not timing you out, CC. You're too sweet. Did 713 Hooligan talk soccer too? I didn't see it. I missed it. See? I'm gonna time out. Where's the other soccer talk at? Looks like I got everybody. Yeah, I think I got it. Come on, make a mod for the day. No, I'm not making you a mod. Hi, soccer IQ equals nap time. Thank you. Alan Denson, we need some more likes. Oh, I would agree with that. We definitely need more likes. We have 47 people watching. We have 29 likes. I need you guys to get your like shit together. This alcohol today. Nope, not this guy. You my boy Bear. I love you, Josh. You have no idea. Bud Light sucks. Well, there goes Francisco's timeout. I'll time out this whole goddamn chat. Message deleted by Jeremy Vinegar. Francisco, you see what happens? Francisco, y'all can see it on the chat. You can see the moderation happening live right now. Oh, look at this. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. What does that even mean? I don't even know what the fuck that means. Let me open the widget and see what's going on here. I don't even know what that means. Oh my God, this is all just a mess. This is off the chain. This is off the chancla. Oh, there's Eric Resendez. Why didn't I time his bitch ass out? Get out of here, Eric. You're the one that perpetuates all this bullshit soccer talk. Yes, look at all the deleted messages and timeouts. Yeah. Terrence J said I deserve a timeout. Done, fam. I'm timing out this whole goddamn chat. I'm timing it all out. Okay. I keep freezing up. Really? I don't know why it's telling me that. Stream status poor. Serious issues that need attention. Well, I'm not on Wi-Fi. I'm not, yeah, House would be jealous of you, Jeremy Vinegar. I'm not on Wi-Fi. I don't understand. I wonder if the Podbean is causing an issue. I got to check that because I really don't know. Yeah, I don't know what would be causing this. Let's see. I really don't know. DJ Rogencamp said, do a speed test or a trace route to YouTube and see if you're getting drops. Well, it's mid-show. I don't really want to do that. It's a good idea. My stream settings, if I look at them, pretty normal. Maybe I need to stop streaming at 1080p. Maybe I just need to bump it down to 720p. I can't change it now. But yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. I've done this plenty in the past. So I don't know. I apologize. It's been doing this since you added Podbean. Oh, really? Actually, I thought it was freezing even before Podbean. Because I was getting the glitches when I would go to edit the show. Anyways, let's get back to the show. This is way off the rails, you guys. And apparently, I still haven't heard from Jerome. So whenever Jerome decides to join the party, he will join the party. Until then, I guess we're not going to hear from him. But I did have more stuff to talk about from a sports perspective. I gave you the updates on the play-in games. There they are. Let's talk a little bit about the NCAA, because when I brought this up, I meant to get to this yesterday and I did not, but there is a hashtag that has been going around. Hashtag not NCAA property. And the participants, the college students that are in the NCAA tournament have all said that, look, there is this movement going on, and we are not the property of NCAA, and we have the right to make money off of our likeness. So they've all started tweeting out hashtag not NCAA property. And it says, there was some quotes on Twitter where it says, the NCAA owns my image. This is Geo Baker. The NCAA owns my name, image, and likeness. Someone on music scholarship can profit from an album. Someone on academic scholarship can have a tutor service. For people who say an athletic scholarship is enough, anything less than equal rights is never enough. I am hashtag not NCAA property. That was Geo Baker, and that's kind of this movement. And you know what? Again, I'm here for it. We're talking about adults. College kids are adults. Most kids turn 17 or 18 in their senior year in high school. And when they go off to college, unless there's some, savant, even if they go play basketball at Duke as a freshman, they're still 18. They're still adults. They have the right to their likeness, and they should have the right to the same opportunities that someone on a music scholarship has, or someone that's on an academic scholarship. And I totally agree with that. So look, I think it sucks that they're not allowed to make money in their likeness, but I think that's going to change. I think finally, the athletes that comprise the NCAA are getting together and saying, look, enough's enough. Let us make money on our autograph. Let us make money from EA Sports, who makes video games and also profits off of our likeness. It's not that they don't want to play, and it's not that they don't want to be in college. It's that they deserve the right to make money off themselves, as opposed to letting the NCAA make all the money. They deserve their cut. I feel like I'm missing some. Oliver's in the room playing Warzone and beating. Oh, that could be true. Eating up the bandwidth. That's very true. Tony wants to know if he can ask Jerome soccer questions. I mean, I'm not going to read them. You can type them in the chat. I actually disabled the chat for the interviews, so they don't see it anymore because you guys can, y'all get crazy. Total Dallas said, go ahead and make money on your likeness, but please finish your education too. Well, you know what, Total Dallas? Who are you to decide, and I mean this not as you specifically, but who are we as a society to decide what's right or wrong for a particular student athlete, I should say, as to what their education would be? Look, I didn't get a 4-year degree from a college. I got a 2-year fledgling YouTube fuckface degree from Lone Star Community College. And I didn't even file the paperwork to get the actual degree. I have the hours for an associate's, but I was like, nobody's going to give a fuck that I got my associates from the Lone Star Fighting Dorks or whatever I don't know what their mascot is. I think when it comes to the NCAA, when it comes to these players, if they want to go and play 1 year or 2 years in college and then go to the NFL, who are we to say they can't? It's not a demand. Look, the NCAA, when they have them for 2 years or even 1 year, is still benefiting from them playing that sport, period. It is putting butts in seats and money in pockets. Period. End of story. So why do you get to dictate, or any of us get to dictate, that they do it for a full 4 years? When they get that scholarship, that is a per year scholarship. Not hey, you got to be here 4 years. If that's the case, then do it and see how much talent you get. They'll go to the G League. I promise you. They'll go play Canadian football. I promise you. So if the NCAA wants to continue to profit off of the backs of student athletes, they need to be working with student athletes and not trying to exploit student athletes. That's just, that makes the most sense to me. That's the most logical thing here. These student athletes are not asking for a cut of what the NCAA makes. That's the crazy thing. They're not going to the NCAA and saying, look, you profit X billion dollars on March Madness or Madness of March or whatever. Sue me, I don't give a fuck. You got to give us 50%. They're not doing that. They're saying, let me sign my name on a basketball and give $5 for it. Like, it's ludicrous that that's not allowed. That I don't know. Amos said, I think that's why the game is still a few years out, because they're waiting for legislation to pass so players in every state can be paid. Sure. Total Dallas says, your talent doesn't require a degree to be successful. My talent in Total Dallas. And I'm not trying to flex here. This is just I'm just being honest with you guys. I've always been an open book with you guys. I made a lot of money in IT. At one point, I made $250,000 in 1 year as a project manager. That's a lot of money. I don't give a fuck who you are, especially in the workforce. I was getting $100 an hour and working overtime with a 2-year associate's degree from Lone. There is just a lot of times in this world, college, man, and I've never been this guy, but the further I get away from it and the further that I evaluate how we operate in society, college is a fucking sham. And I know educators like Total Dallas are going to be like, what? Let's be real. Now, I saw White Magic talking about this once, and I think people in IT understand this more than anybody. Now, I want you to think about this for a second. A lot of these Fortune 50, Fortune 500, Fortune 10 companies rely on some smartest technical minds in the world to keep them up and running. I wasn't one of the smartest technical minds in the world, but I did my part. I had my moments. And none of that required a college degree from me. It required one sense, because IT is about troubleshooting. They don't teach you common sense in college. It required 2, work ethic. And 3, some fucking general knowledge and the ability to study and learn. But I wasn't going to learn IT at a college at the time that I did it. So I think that a lot of times there's this preconceived notion that college is required for us to be successful. And a lot of times all it really does is put you in a financial bind. Now, could you be a lawyer without going to college? No. Sorry, Mr. Jones. Could you be a doctor? No. But there are plenty of fields and there are plenty of opportunities to be successful and make money and be happy with the job that you have without being college educated. That's just my opinion. And that's just my life. You're talking to a guy with a 2-year degree from a community college who had achieved some pretty cool shit in the IT world with no college education to speak of. I didn't get my jobs because of my fucking associate's degree with Lone Star. I got them because I was good at what I did. So Total Dallas says it benefits rich. And again, I'm not talking about that. I'm not suggesting that nobody go to college. What I'm saying is this notion that if you didn't go to college, you're not worthy of the positions that the people that did go to college are is ludicrous. In some instances. Now, a doctor that fucking graduated from Lone Star, let me operate on your heart. No, fam, I'm good. But for most of us, I know so many people that are so much smarter than the people that went to college and got 4-year degrees and are $70,000, $80,000 in debt, and all they do is pay off the interest every year. So, I mean, look, going to college doesn't make you intelligent. It makes you book. And it gives some people that happy, oh, well, at least they went to 4 years. Well, bro, let me tell you something. In Total Dallas, I'm not attacking you. It's just you and I are having this conversation. I worked fucking circles around people with 4- and 6-year degrees in the technology field. Fucking circle. They could not compete with me from a technology standpoint or a project management standpoint. Because college can't teach you common sense and work ethic. And I could learn the book shit on my own because I had common sense and work ethic. So there are, while I'm not shitting on college, I think we as a society need to move away from this notion that if you are not college educated, you are not worthy of equality in the workplace with those that are. Because there are a lot of us that are proof that a college education doesn't make you better at your job than somebody that does have that 4-year degree, period. And I'm not dismissing the value and the benefit of a college education on society, on education, on certain fields. Told Dallas said true. My wife is smarter than me and works harder than me. And I'm not attacking you. I'm just saying, let's be real. Let's talk about this notion that you can only be considered intelligent and good at your job if you have a 4-year degree. Millions of people around this country and around the world are smashing that notion. Thank you, Jen. Hey, PK, good to see you. Thanks for dropping in. Why does my mouse stop working? Well, I didn't mean to go off on that rant, but, shit happens. What I miss, Barry, you need to get off cricket phone. Yeah, is it still doing that, guys? Is it still freezing up? What's up, Katie? I see you on the pod beam. Total Dallas over there. I don't know if it's still freezing up or not. Yeah, I can't tell right now. This sucks, though. I apologize for the issues on the stream health. YouTube is not receiving enough data to maintain smooth streaming. That's at 2:50. What time is it? It's 2:50. Well, okay. I don't know how to fix that. I'm going to have to Google that. I'm going to copy that to a notepad and see what's going on here. Sorry, you guys. I'm sorry I'm also doing this on the fly. I hate not giving 1,000% to the stream, but if the stream's going to be choppy, then it's just a bad look. Okay, I got it copied. I will investigate that and see what's going on. Yep, almost time to do some dope. Lisa said, so I wish not have the debt that came with my master's degree. I do not use the degree. Amen, sister. And Lisa, tell the truth in the chat. I want to know. And I'm just asking you this. That needs to be a shirt. I didn't mean to go on that rant. Lisa, do you regret getting your master's? And I'm not asking you to I'm not trying to persuade you to say one thing or the other. I'm asking you straight up. Based on the debt and if you use it or not, do you regret getting your master's? Marsha, same question. You guys, Marsha's, supremely educated in the college realm. I mean, she does research, medical research. She's a super intelligent woman. I believe she would do that whether she went to college or not. It was just a means to do it. Marsha said, I was in school a long time, but I don't regret it. The flip side of this. And I'm not suggesting that everybody needs to regret it. I'm saying that, Marsha, let's be real. There are probably people in your field that don't have the same education as you. And maybe they're not allowed to be in your field if they don't, but I'm guessing here. But you've met some people that are not as well educated as you from a college completion perspective. But you look at it and go, wow, they're still smart. That's a smart person. Jason Smith, no regrets, but my wife didn't get hers and has the same job. See, Jason, by the way, Jason, I don't recognize your name. Welcome to the show. Thank you for being here. Please subscribe if you haven't. Hang out with us. We're all a bunch of fucking idiots, but we have a good time every day, Monday through Friday. But I agree. That's a great point, Jason. And it's, again, like my wife, Nora, has her master, or she has her bachelor's in nursing. That's right. She wasn't going to do, because I was like, you should be a doctor. She's like, you're fucking crazy. I don't want to be a doctor. But Nora, very well educated, and in nursing, it's a bit different. In the medical field, it's a bit different. But, IT, accounting, some of these things, you don't necessarily, I get you, Jay. Appreciate you, homie. You don't necessarily have to be, or have to have a master's to be successful. You just, especially IT, which is you can't be a fucking idiot and be in IT. Cece said, I don't have an education. Or what did Cece say? She said, I have my LLM and I'm in IT. I don't know what LLM is, Cece. What else? I regret the degree I got. I hear this a lot. D-Mata, my wife has a bachelor's and 2 masters, but she doesn't know shit about PCs or how to service a car. Something that comes easy to me. Oh yeah, we were able to pay for her degrees debt-free. That's good. Marsha said, I've worked with people who have masters and PhDs, and I question their education, also their work ethic. Again, look, I'm not trying to throw my sister under the bus, so I won't say which one because I have 2 of them. But one of them has a college degree, not the sharpest tool in the fucking box. I mean, that's just, she don't get me wrong, she's good at what she does and all that, but, that doesn't make you smart. It just makes you, it shows gumption. Oh man. Amos said the glitches really didn't start until you started using Podbeam. Actually, I was noticing them before. If we have to cancel the Podbeam, then we cancel the Podbeam. Maybe I can ratchet down the Podbeam. No degree. Let me do this. Hey, Podbean folks, I'm sorry, but we're going to end the stream. I want to see if this fixes it for hour number 2. Okay? We tried. I'm going to end the Podbean stream. I'm going to see if that fixes it for hour number 2. If you're listening right now on the Podbean, I want to apologize in advance. I know, KD, it sucks. Hop on over to the YouTubes. There are only 8 of you. I mean, come on. Eric Resenda said cancel the YouTube. Chris D said Podbean is better than YouTube. You can't see my sexy ass face. All these boners I'm giving out. All right. Jesus said no. Eric Resendez, this is way better. I'm sorry, folks. This is a YouTube-based show. So if anything's got to go to fix the issues, it's going to be the Podbeans. So we're going to fix that. Tony said I went to the Harvard of the South, U of H. I need you to shut up. Brandon said the glitches for me had been happening before Podbean. I just thought it was my signal. Nope. I really think it has something to do with my laptop or Ecamm Live. Here's why. Does this happen where it's like, hi everybody, welcome, and it jumps forward and you miss like a second or two? Because when I go to edit videos, I'm seeing that, which means that's being recorded by the software that I use. I really think it's either something with the software or this laptop is on its last leg and I need to move over to my PC. So, but for now, we're going to cancel the Podbean going into the break. Eric Christina said, I've been lagging on YouTube a lot. That's why I'm a big fan of this app. Well, let's see if we can solve at least that problem for the day. So It is 2:56. We're going to take a break. I am going to cancel the Podbean live stream during the break. It is going to be YouTube only for hour number 2. And then we're going to finish the show. We still got a lot to talk about. We still got Rockets and the Oladipo trade scenarios. We got to talk about these bats from the MLB that I found that are badass. What drinks are you afraid to order? I shouldn't say afraid, but ashamed to order at a bar. Are you ashamed to order your favorite drink? Is it a Rudy Tooty fresh and fruity kind of drink? And you're like, I don't want to say that out loud to another person. We'll talk about that. Game of Thrones talk, maybe some Kanye talk, and lawn talk if we had time. All that and more right after this break. If you're on the Podbean Live, we'll see you hopefully on Monday if I get it solved. Katie, thank you for the 7 beans. You said, darn YouTubers. I appreciate you, buddy. We're going to kill it right now. We'll see you guys at the break. And are you sure you want to end the live show? Yes. Podbean done. The Podbean is closed, you guys. The Podbean is closed. Now, let's see if that improves your YouTube experience. On the other side, we're going to pick it all up. For your break, I've got you the Barry on Sports for this week. Enjoy it. I will see you in 5. Go pee, go poop, smoke a joint, whatever you do during the break. I'll see you in 5 minutes. We're going to sit on the corner and do dope after the video. See you in 5. I'm Barry Laminack, and this isn't what happened in sports. Let's start in the NFL, where Dak Prescott has signed a 4-year, $160 million contract with the Dallas Cowboys. Dak will get a guaranteed $120 million, $75 million of it in the first year, and a minimum of 3 different head coaches over the life of the contract, proving everything is bigger in Texas, including the feeling of regret. The Patriots re-signed Cam Newton to a 1-year deal. Man, Belichick is dead set on proving to the football world he doesn't need a quarterback to win. From the world of the NBA, Blake Griffin is officially a Brooklyn Net, which is a weird way to say Blake Griffin's returning after a 4-year retirement. Griffin will be the lowest paid player on the team, earning $1.2 million from the Nets, but don't worry. He'll be fine after he gets that stimmy check. According to reports, the Houston Rockets are looking to have a fire sale around the trade deadline, but based on their current roster, I'd say it's more of a garage sale. An Instagram model got stranded in Atlanta during All-Star Weekend and started a GoFundMe to get home. Reports are she's already raised over 2,000 likes. Wait, so you mean you can't buy a plane ticket with exposure? Shocking. The Miami Heat's Myers Leonard lost several gaming sponsorships, was fined $50,000, and suspended for 1 week after using an anti-Semitic slur while playing Call of Duty on Twitch. Pretty obvious it was on the German team. In other sports news, Creighton basketball coach Greg McDermott is suspended for telling players to stay on the plantation. And the weird part is McDermott got his freedom papers first. Kansas has parted ways with football coach Les Miles over the 2013 investigation where he allegedly made unwanted advances toward female students at LSU. Apparently he misunderstood when they said they wanted less touching. Having bounced around a bit, it's pretty good bet Miles is good at parting ways as long as you're not a college girl. Canadian Nick Anapolsky set a world record by doing a chest-to-ground burpee every 4 seconds for 1 hour. He also set the record for being the most annoying guy at the gym. Up next for Anapolsky, vomit. Golfer Victor Hovland was assessed a 2-stroke penalty at the Players' Championship after his mom spotted a rules infraction while watching him play. And we hear Mrs. Hovland is recovering nicely from her stitches. And finally, announcer Matt Rowan was caught on a hot mic during an Oklahoma girls' high school basketball game, calling one team the N-word for kneeling during the anthem. Roland blamed the racist outburst on a spike in his blood sugar. See? This is why I always say no to dessert. It makes you racist. You don't even want to know what he blames when he has a herpes flare-up. I wonder what other excuses he has. Hey, sorry I couldn't get it up tonight, honey, but my allergies are acting up. The team that was subject to the racist outburst, the Norman High School ladies basketball team, went on to win the tournament, by the way. Congratulations, ladies. I'm Barry Laminack. That's not what happened in sports.
I got your bitch. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. They are to be ashamed. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Look at here. There you go. They're out here sharing marijuana. Look at here. There you go. The same old nasty ass people from last week. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Corner doing dope. 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 Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Look at here. There you go. They're out here sharing marijuana. Look at here. There you go. The same old nasty ass people from last week. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Corner doing dope. 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 Corner doing dope.
Hey, welcome back to hour number 2 of Barry on Deck. I'm your host, Barry Laminack. Thank you guys for sticking around through the break. You guys, those of you that did, those of you that didn't, well, you know what you can do. Tuck your thing up under your things and go fuck yourself. Why would you leave at that break? Best break of all. Sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope. What's up, Joe Pro? Time to see if this raggedy company truck will pop a wheelie leaving out of here. Good luck, homie. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. All of you, Chris Reyes and everyone in New Braunfels. I will see you there if I make it. I don't know. Maybe I haven't a little bunch. I'm not leaving until 5, so that gives me an hour to decompress from the alcohol. Has the YouTube stream improved at all? That is the question. So we killed the Podbeam audio. I'm pulling it up right now to see if it's still giving me the warnings. If I go to the manager, excellent connection. Okay. It appears that streaming live on Podbean has been the issue. Oh, is Chuck wanting another timeout? Chuck, do I need to throw these hands on you? Parma 1-0. Chuck, you know you can't give soccer updates, you raggedy bitch. God damn it, Chuck. Now you got to get a 5-minute timeout. I will have none of these bullshit ass soccer updates on this stream. Yeah, it says excellent condition now. Look, if I share my screen, you can also see Chuck getting the timeout. But right there. Right there. Excellent condition. Boop, 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 boop. Maybe Podbean was the culprit. Well, that's going to be an issue. I gotta update that or figure it out for sure. Because I want to be able to stream live. Maybe I'll bump the stream down to 720p and stream live. That might help. We'll try that on Monday. Yeah, YouTube mods do suck. Free Chuck. Shut your mouth. All right, let's get into this. We do have a lot of other things to discuss. Where did it go? Your latest update on Deshaun Watson. I'm not going to go into this. I'm not going to get into it. Because we talked about this for 2 days. Christopher Jones, I need to take a break for a business call. Die Hard is the best Christmas movie. I wish, yeah, okay. I got you, fam. Sure, I can give you a 5-minute timeout. If that's really what you're after by saying that, because you know goddamn well I'm not going to sit around and have that slander. Let's talk to Deshaun Watson for a second. Listen, I'm trying to think of the best way to phrase this without. So, with my 7 years in radio, 3.5 of it on The Usual Suspects, on ESPN 97.5, I've made a lot of connections and I know a lot of people. I'm not trying to brag like I know a lot of people in the business. I just have sources. I have sources in the Texans organization. I have sources outside of the Texans organization. I have media sources. I have player sources. I have a lot of different people that I've met, and I don't want to give away which one of these potential sources it might be, but I will say this. The last number, Donna is saying 12 women now. When this first started, and it was one woman and Tony Busby, I believed that woman, and I preached to you guys, believe women. And that has been my message this entire time. Believe women. Is Tony Busby an attention whore? Yes. Should he be trying this trial on Instagram? No. Is it disgusting? Yes. Save your evidence for the court case. Stop putting it on your IG trying to bump up your subscribers. It's disgusting. And I will stand by that as well. He needs to stop what he's doing because it's fucking disgusting. He is basically, not only is he already profiting off of these cases, and he is the ultimate winner in all of this, but to continue to post shit on his Instagram so that it gets media coverage, so that he gets more subscribers and likes and follows, is fucking disgusting. So let's be very clear about that. We can all think Tony Busby is a complete pile of shit, which he is, and we can still believe women, which I do. Now, I will tell you this, whether this means anything to you or not. We were at 9. Donna is saying 12. I don't know what the number is. It is not 1. It is not 3. It is at least 7, potentially 9, up to 12 so far of women that have come forward to allege that Deshaun Watson has been inappropriate with them in some way, shape, or form, whether it be to expose himself or to force them into sexual acts. I will tell you this. I have a source that messaged me and said, saw your show. I just think you should know. Stick to your guns about believing women. I said, what do you mean? They said, I'm not going to elaborate. Stick to your guns. Now, I don't know what that necessarily means. Does that mean he's guilty? Does that mean he's innocent? It doesn't mean anything, but it means that somebody with some sort of semblance of information regarding the situation has reached out to me, watched my show, where I don't know what anybody else is saying about this because I don't consume any other media. All I know is I'm going to tell you what's in my heart. And I came on this fucking show with the information that I had, and we talk facts. We talk facts, but I still told you guys, no matter what, we have got to become in this society, we have got to lead with believing women. And if it proves to be false, then we'll deal with it. But we have got to stop. Well, that probably is not the case. It's Deshaun Watson. He's a great guy. Tony's sitting there saying 22. I can't validate that number, Tony. I don't know if that's valid or true or not. I have no idea. But what I know is what I've seen and what I've been told. And I'm up to 9. 22, 9, at this point, if it's over 1, it's a fucking problem. A lot of people say where there's smoke, there's fire. A lot of people are saying all those things. And I'm going to tell you right now, when someone that I trust and value, who has either knowledge within the organization or of the players or of the staff or of other situations, messages me and says, stick to your guns, Barry, believe women, that's a bad fucking sign. So for everyone that was out there, including this fucking microphone guy that I saw a video where he was like, the Texans are trying to sabotage Deshaun Watson. That fucking story never made sense to me. It never held water. It would be moronic for them to go out and defile their trade piece and to ruin their opportunity to get value back for this player that doesn't want to be there. That story never made sense. So microphone on YouTube, you're a fucking idiot. You should apologize to everybody and delete that goddamn video that states that the Texans are sabotaging Deshaun Watson. You're a fucking moron. Deal in facts, not clicks, you fucking idiot. Now, what we know and what our opinions are and what sources are saying are all different things. We have to operate under what we know. We know that there have been at least 7 allegations or 7 cases filed. Their numbers range from 9 to 22 on potential more filings. We know that he's not talking. We know that the NFL has decided that they're going to investigate. And I know that somebody that I trust has reached out to me and said, don't waver. Implying that I might be on the right side of this. So I'm going to go back to what I said when this first came down. And everyone, including me, thought, well, this looks suspicious. But I kept trying to tell you guys, and I kept trying to reiterate, and I will do that until my last dying breath. We have got to believe women. And I put it on Twitter, and some people responded, well, we should believe all genders and let the facts talk and this and that. That's not the fucking point. Of course we need to let the facts speak for themselves at the end of the day. But when a woman has the courage to come forward and say, that man was inappropriate with me, we have lived in a society where we have said, oh, it can't be. He's such a great guy. Bill Cosby, remember that? I made reference to Bill Cosby. Who would have ever believed it? And people were like, yeah, but it's not the same. Isn't it though? Isn't it though? Not Harvey Weinstein. He's such a powerful man in Hollywood. He has too much to lose. So I'm going to say it now. And I'm going to keep saying it. And if you don't like the message, you're the one that needs to fucking listen to it. We have got to get away from, well, but you know, some chicks be lying. Great. We'll find them out. We'll expose them. And those are the ones we won't believe. But any woman that comes forward and says, that person was inappropriate with me sexually, we need to believe them until we have a reason not to believe them. We have got to change the way we treat this in this society. Women need to feel comfortable that they can come forward, because for every one that is lying and just trying to get money and extort money out of a millionaire, there are 99 that have actually been sexually assaulted that we need to believe and help and find the perpetrators and deal with them appropriately. So are you telling me that some of you are willing to say, well, but there's one, so fuck those 99? Because if you are, you're a fucking asshole. Let's believe all 100, and when the one pops up that we shouldn't believe at that moment, we will call them out. It just doesn't make sense. Does not make sense. So I'm going to go back to what I said when this started, and we're going to move on from this topic because we're just watching this all flow and file in. I'm going to end it the way I began it. Believe women. Let's move on. The Rockets are out here trying to trade Victor Oladipo. And apparently they are asking for way too much in return. The Rockets were in discussions with the Golden State Warriors about possibly trading Victor Oladipo to Golden State. But the Chronicle's Connor Letourneau reporting that the Rockets would want one of the Warriors' top assets, that either being their 2021 pick from Minnesota, who could be the worst team in the draft. They could legitimately get the number 1 pick, and the Rockets could get number 2. So if they got that, the Rockets would pick 1 and 2, and somewhere in the bottom third of the draft. That would be it. The rebuild over. Rockets are back, baby, unless they're all bust. So the Rockets either wanted the 2021 pick from Minnesota or James Wiseman. Both of which Golden State was like, no, fam. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. So yeah, they're asking. Look, Victor Oladipo is nice. Victor Oladipo isn't number 1 pick in the NBA draft nice. And according to Golden State, he's not James Wiseman nice. So there you go. I think the Rockets are trying to get as much as they can for what they perceive now to just be an asset in Victor Oladipo. He don't want to be here. Victor Oladipo is getting too old. He don't want to go through a Rockets rebuild. And quite frankly, the Rockets don't want to have to sit on his contract, and they want to get as much as they can for him. I don't blame them for asking for that. But if you wanted Golden State's number 1 pick in the draft from Minnesota, which is probably what's going to be, that was a James Harden type trade. You should have sent James to Golden State if you wanted that pick. You're not getting that for Victor Oladipo, Raphael Stone. I'm sorry. Look, I know I didn't go to college. That's a callback to hour 1. No, fam. You're not going to get the number 1 pick in the draft for Victor Oladipo. You got to snap out of it a little bit. Hey, welcome back. Oh, one of my moderators finally decided to show up. None of the others were here. Thanks. I got 3 moderators that can't show up for the fucking show. This is where we're at, house. I had to ban a bunch of people. I'm not ban, but time out a bunch of people of my own talking soccer because none of my moderators were here. I got to get new moderators. That's just it. This was my lesson for the day. This is my takeaway. See, it doesn't take a college education for me to learn that if my moderators can't be here to moderate, I got to get more or new moderators. Just where it goes. By the way, Terrence said, Barry, make that a shirt. I'll buy it. I actually made a shirt. Back when Harvey Weinstein issue and the Bill Cosby, I shouldn't say issue, but back when the Me Too movement really started to get prominence and traction in this country, I actually but I logged onto my Teespring account and I made a shirt that said, Believe Women. But I didn't like the way it came out. So I promise you this, Terrence J. On my things to do list for next week with all of this Deshaun Watson stuff prevalent is to create a shirt that says Believe Women. And I don't plan on taking profit from that shirt if I do make it for sale. If I get it for sale, I'm going to donate all of the net proceeds. Now, it costs me money to buy the shirt and print the shirt. But if I do make a Believe Women shirt, you best believe any money I make off of it, I'm going to give to Bay Area Turning Point, which is a shelter that houses women and children who are victims of domestic and sexual violence. So if I do end up making the Believe Women shirt, Terrence, and you want to buy one, just know that your money will go to help women and children and even men in some situations and relationships who are victims of sexual and domestic violence. I promise you that. All right. We got a firehouse. Look, this is what happens. We got a firehouse movement going on in the chat. Everybody wants house fired. So, don't worry, House, you're not fired. I'm just going to have to add more moderators because honest to God, you and Jeremy and Louise weren't here and I can't do this show without moderators because if some of them fucking OnlyFans bitches show up, I can't have that. And if somebody were to have said something racist. Hello, Sid. Look, Sid, do you like House? Yes or no? Sid, I'm going to leave it up to you. Everyone else has stated their opinion. You get the final decision. Should I fire House as a moderator? Yes or no? I'm leaving it up to you, Sid. If Sid says yes, fire House, guess what, House? You're going to lose your job as a moderator. So, Sid, you get to pick. Am I firing House as my moderator? Yes or no? Yeah. It's on you. You showed up. I love you, Sid. You get to pick. Put House on probation. No. Yeah, I know you offered to be a mod, Tony. I don't want you to be a moderator. You're no. Sid, stop milking this situation and give me your goddamn answer. Am I firing House? Yes or no? I got Watt and Oladipo topics done. Let's check the free agent trade tracker, shall we? And then I want to get to these MLB bats while I still have time. Damn. Is that a yes? Did you just say peace House or are you saying peace to House? I don't know which. Did you just fire House as a moderator? I need a yes or no, Sid. Should I fire House? Yes or no? I don't need peace House and all that. Am I firing House as a moderator on YouTube? Yes or no? Because I don't know if she was like, love you, House. Peace to you, brother. You're my friend. I don't know what that means. I need yes or no. Fire House, yes or no. We're waiting on Sid. The whole goddamn Barry on Deck show. Oh. Wow. Sorry, House. That's a damn shame. See what happens when you don't show up? If you would have been here. He said you miss 1/2 hour and you get fired. Yeah, because I need you here. And Sydney fired you. I can't believe Sydney fired you. I really thought, here's the thing. Can I just be honest with you for a second, chat, and Sydney and House? I really thought Sydney, as sweet as she is, Sydney is one of the sweetest people I've ever met. I really thought she'd be like, oh, don't fire House. No. No. Sydney's like, fuck him. Sydney straight up fired you. Rev said, I'm taking those other no-show assholes with me. I mean, look, yeah. Oh, yeah. We need a whole new batch of YouTube moderators if they can't be here. They all bailed on me on a Friday. Oh, don't worry. Luis Zelaya, Jeremy Binniger, thank you for your service. Everybody's getting fired today. Now, I might rehire some of y'all later. But as of next week, yeah, they're all fired. I'm going to get a new batch of moderators. Brandon Martinez said, been overdue since he's got trigger happy with timeouts to the innocent people. Well, Ray says, did he have a doctor's excuse? No, he just had to work. That's no excuse. Listen. Truck driver Pookie said, YouTube mod's about to have a team wipe. Yeah. All right, let's get to this free agent tracker. I do want to take a look-see at that. I've been showing you guys every day as we update this. Today is no different. So here is the YouTube trade tracker. Kenny Golladay still doesn't have a place. He's unsigned, still lastly with the Detroit Lions. Next available ranked free agent, according to CBS, is Anthony Harris, the safety out of Minnesota. Minnesota hasn't signed with anybody, nor is Melvin Ingram, an edge rusher out of the LA Chargers. So those are your 3 top free agents that are still available and haven't signed yet. You can see the rest here on your screen if you're wondering. Jadeveon Clowney doesn't have a home. Xavier Rhodes doesn't have a home. Eric Wilson, Sammy Watkins, Kevin King, Austin Reeder, Jayon Brown, Kenyon Drake Jayon Brown signed with the Titans. Kenyon Drake signed with the Raiders. T.Y. Hilton still doesn't have a home. I suspect he'll re-sign for less money with the Colts, but that's just me. By the way, Texans signed a couple of receivers overnight. Trust me when I tell you, no big deal. I think Sidney Moncrief was one of them. Or I don't know who it was. No one gives a shit is the point. Not big splashes at all. So there's your Nick Martin still unsigned. Shocker. Nick Martin doesn't have a job as a center yet, even as a backup. Color me surprised. All right, so there's your free agent tracker according to CBS, who is still available and who is not. Alejandro Villanueva of the Steelers still unsigned as a tackle. Looking at you, Texans. All right, these bats that baseball has, that this is like an up and coming thing in baseball. You guys check this shit out. These are pretty dope. So I just want you to look at the picture for a second. And I want you to notice something. That on your right is Fernando Tatis Jr. On your left is his bat. But his bat has braids and glasses on. There is a company out here making bats for MLB players. And they are bad. I should say bat ass. Okay, I'll fuck off. These bats are amazing. And so you can see it's the company is Victus. And I mean, dude, they're out here doing some really cool shit. They made some bats for Bryce Harper. They've made Fernando Tatis's bat. They got a number 2 pencil bat. Fidel said, I'm up for custom bats. Dope. See, this is the thing. When I talk baseball, a lot of you guys in the chat are like, baseball sucks. It's boring. And look, what a cool ass dreads. Not braids. My bad. I said braids. I meant dreads. My bad. What a cool ass way to spice up baseball a little bit. Put some flair into it without really taking away from the uniform. Now, could it be distracting and all that? Sure. But if you get it approved, what's the big deal? But these are the bats that they're making. And that is so dope. And of course, baseball's like, no, fam, you got to get these bats approved. So I was reading the article about it. Bryce Harper in a game last year, I believe it was on 4th of July, snuck his American flag bat into a game and hit a home run off of Madison Bumgarner. And then they were like, you can't use that bat. So he was not able to use it ever again, but he snuck it in. He got it in. Here's the problem, baseball, if you're not paying attention. You got to stop being such, as my mom would say, as Jenny's mom would say, you got to stop being fuddy-duddies. Let these kids, let these ball players express themselves a little bit. I get it. It's an old man, stuffy white guy game. Not anymore. This isn't the era of Babe Ruth, who, by the way, pointed for his home run. He would get fucking beamed in the head if he did that today. This is a new era of baseball. Let the Bryce Harpers of the world and the Fernando Tatises of the world make your sport younger so that you can attract a younger audience and grow. Not that baseball's having a hard time putting butts in seats or making money, but if you want the younger generations to gravitate to baseball and away from basketball and football, you better make it fun. Football's getting actually fun. Allowing the dances in the end zone again and stuff like that. They're actually making some of the sport fun. The cleats time that they do and stuff like that. And I know baseball does some of this, but it seems disingenuous. Let these kids put stuff, whatever they want on their bat. If you don't want political messages, then just say it has to be approved. And if they submit a bat design to you and it's got a political message, whether it's, pro-Republican or pro-Democrat, then tell them no. But if Fernando Tatis Jr. wants to go to bat with a bat with his face on it, why wouldn't you allow this? That is something cool and fun. And then when he bat flips the shit out of that because he takes somebody deep, oh my God, you got Fernando Tatis doing somersaults in the air. Like, lighten up, baseball. Have some fun. I know they try to do all these youth movements. They went out and they got Ken Griffey Jr. to be the ambassador to the sport for the young. Well, guess what? It's more than just turning your fucking hat backwards. It's about letting your superstars, personalities come out. And this is one way that they want to do it. It's just a shame that they don't let them. Just an absolute shame. Terrence said, this is why I don't like baseball. Stop being the old man on the porch yelling, get off my lawn. And then Timato's like, bullshit, the lawn's important. Yeah, stay off my lawn, but, I'll still be cool and stuff like that. But yeah, Fidel Limon said I would buy a custom bat over a jersey. The bats are badass, man. I don't know what to tell you. They look dope as shit. This company is killing it. Let them have their fun. Let them do their thing. It ain't terrible. It's not bad for the sport. Now, if pitchers are saying, look, but the bat's not in the strike zone unless they're bunting, right? I don't see how this would be a distraction. The only thing I could think of is that if you're in the outfield or the infield and you watch the ball come off the bat and you're trying to pick up the white ball, if you got an all-white bat, it's going to be harder to see. And baseball is a game of inches, folks. I hate to tell you this. I know it doesn't seem like a thinking man's game or an athletic endeavor to play baseball. But when you think about the milliseconds involved, once the ball is struck off the bat, you have milliseconds to respond on the infield and a little bit more than that on the outfield. Because if you take one step to the wrong way and the ball is a line drive the other way, that's extra bases. So you have an instant to respond when the ball comes off the bat. So maybe there might be the instance where they say, yeah, this could be a little distracting. But when I look at this Fernando Tatis bat, I don't see how that's an issue. How would that distract anybody by watching the ball come off of it? It wouldn't. And for you to say so is just you being a dick about it. Now, if you wanted to tell me this bat on the far right that's almost all white would be distracting, okay, I could see that. So just don't allow white bats. But the number 2 pencil and all the other bats that I see on this, I don't have a problem with that. Where's the issue? Including the one that I showed you with Fernando Tatis Jr. Grow up, baseball. Have some fun. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Virginia Buttonweed. Exactly what I'm saying. Don't allow white bats. That's fine. But when you think about it, these yellow bats, it ain't that big of a difference between the two. And that's a fact, too. Their biggest star, kind of boring. Kind of boring. But I think they should do it. I think they should absolutely do it. I think that's all the sports I have. Definitely not being joined by Jerome Solomon today. Still hasn't even texted me. What a jerk. He acts like he's busy with some scandal in Houston or something. What? I don't get it. Oh, look, CC, Barry, knock on wood. No skipping since you flicked off the bean. Are we better, YouTubes? Has the stuttering gone away? I still think that it has something to do with my internet, by the way, or my laptop. Oh, Jerome was at the Busby News Conference. Yeah, well, that'll do it. I'm running a speed test right now. Let's do this. I'm going to show y'all what my speed test looks like. Here you go. Oh, no, it might show you my IP. Oh, well. There you go. There's my speedtest.net. 119, 120. Okay. So it has been smooth ever since, Fidel? Huh. Let's see what my upload speed is, even with running the... Here's my upload speed. Upload speeds are in the 90s to the hundreds. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely not my bandwidth. Okay, so you guys are saying that it was definitely Podbean causing the skips, is what I'm hearing. Yes, it hasn't skipped since you stopped Podbean. I just want my flick to bean one more time. No skips anymore. Your internet should be able to handle both. I know, which is why I think it's the laptop. I don't think it's my internet. I don't think my laptop can handle processing both. Definitely better. Everything has been perfect. Okay. So I think I either need to move over to the PC or figure out how I can stream this from 2 different machines, which might be a possibility going forward. I'll just have to figure it out. All right. Well, good to know. We're back on track here. Got the free agent tracker in, got the baseball bats in. Let's talk about drinks for a second. Since it is Friday and we are drinking, are there, chat, question for you. Are there any, why are you asking it? Because I don't get the end user experience. That's why I'm asking you. And I haven't done IT in fucking years. See, that's the thing you don't understand. If you're not constantly involved in IT and keeping up with it, you lose it. I'm more now focused on shit about YouTube and computers and shit like that, as opposed to, networks and bandwidth and all that. Yeah, you're right, D-Mata. We do need to do some goddamn lawn talk. Let's get after it. Hold on a second here. Chat, hold on. All right, let's do some lawn talk. So I do have one thing that I wanted to discuss, and it was D-Mata had originally asked about overseeding, and I was told that we had already discussed overseeding. I'm going to reiterate it one more time when it comes to overseeding, just because I made the slide and forgot to update it. So that's my bad. But basically, you should only overseed if you do not have St. Augustine grass. Okay? If you have Bermuda or Zoysia or stuff like that and you want to overseed, feel free. If you have St. Augustine, don't do it. It's just not going to be good for you. And if you don't know what overseeding is, it's basically throwing out grass seed on top of your existing lawn. A lot of times when you're going to fix a bare spot or a bald spot in your lawn, you're going to focus on that particular area. When it comes to St. Augustine, you're going to kill, till, and fill, as Randy Lemon has coined the term. And it's basically you're going to get that place ready and put down fresh sod. Well, I hate to tell you this, but St. Augustine does not come in seed form. It only comes in pallets and in squares or rectangles of sod that you lay down. It's got the mud and the grass and all that's already grown and everything. That's how St. Augustine works. There's no seeds for St. Augustine. So to overseed St. Augustine would mean to introduce a new type of grass into the St. Augustine, which would then only compete with the St. Augustine for growth, for sunlight, and for water. You don't want to do that unless you plan on getting rid of St. Augustine. So my advice is if you do have a St. Augustine lawn, which most of us do, don't overseed. Not in the winter, not in the summer, not in anywhere else. Paul said yesterday, backpack humans today's. Yeah, we do lawn talk on Fridays, Paul. It's good shit. If you have a lawn, this is your moment. This is your time to shine. So don't overseed your St. Augustine. If you have Bermuda, feel free to throw in some Bermuda seed. Get you a good seed, though. And there's not a lot you need to do to it because overseed means just basically putting seed on top of the lawn. Now, what you should do is mow low, maybe even scalp it, so that the seed has the opportunity to get all the way to the soil. If you have thatch buildup or the lawn is real thick, when you throw the seeds out, they may not actually settle to the soil where they'll get the water and the sunlight and be able to germinate and grow. So if you're going to overseed D-Mata or anybody else, and I recommend again, if you have St. Augustine, you do not. But if you are going to overseed, maybe you have a Bermuda lawn, you need to mow it really, really low. Get all the clippings out. Make sure you bag it. Get the thatch out. Make sure that those seeds can get to the soil. So then you throw them out, you water, you fertilize, and there you go. So that was the, welcome back, Paul. Good to have you back, buddy. So that was the overseed. Now, real quick, we'll do a quick Q&A. If anybody has any lawn questions, and again, you could ask me about gardens. I don't do a lot of gardening. I don't even do what's the best perennial rose? I don't fucking know. I don't know. I know lawns. I know grass. I know taking care of your grass. So if you have a lawn question for me, put hashtag lawn talk and I'll answer it. Otherwise, I'll try, but I may not give you a good one. Fidel Limon, hashtag lawn talk. How does St. Augustine grow if it doesn't come from a seed? Great question. So it grows from the little runners in the yard. It basically, as it grows, it sends out runners that have new growth on them. So you can take one of those runners and literally cut it off, plant it somewhere, and that is how it will grow. So you can do what's called taking sprigs of St. Augustine. So they'll have it grown. And they experimented with St. Augustine seeds in the past, but they've never had good luck in replicating those seeds because it's not a grass that actually, St. Augustine will actually do something called going to seed, but it's not like you can use those seeds to grow from. The success rate is super duper low that it's not economical to sell and then try to use those seeds to grow the grass. The best way to grow the grass is from existing grass. It's kind of like saying, well, how does a tree grow a branch without a new seed? Well, it just grows that new branch. And that's kind of what St. Augustine is. Think of it as a tree growing branches and not new trees, but each branch creates more of the grass. I hope that's a rudimentary way of explaining it. But yeah, you can take what are called sprigs of St. Augustine, and it's literally like that big around. It's like as big around as a Coke can or something like that. Instead of the big pallet, the big rectangle, or not the pallets, but the sod. Instead of those rectangles, you could literally take little chunks and plant them around like checkerboards, and it'll fill in as well because of the way that it grows. But you can't get seed. Just not a thing. Let's see, where else did I miss a hashtag lawn talk? If you have a question, put hashtag lawn talk and I'll answer it. D-Mod, hashtag, I'll try. Hashtag lawn talk is a work 14-inch electric dethatcher a good investment. Not if you have St. Augustine, it's not. You don't need to dethatch necessarily if you have a St. Augustine lawn. If you're on Bermuda, if you're on Zoysia, then yeah, you might get a dethatcher. I don't know about that particular dethatcher, but you don't need a dethatcher for your St. Augustine lawn. I'll tell you what you do. In the spring, like right now, D-Mata, put a bagger on your mower, go out there and drop it really, really low, mow and bag. What that's going to do is it's going to collect the dead grass. I had 23 bags of dead grass from my front lawn only. It took me 3 hours just to mow my front yard because every 3 minutes I'd have to stop and empty the mower, the bagger catcher on my riding mower. But I got a ton of dead grass out of there and thatch. So mow low in the spring. It's called scalping. Like lower your mower to at least half or lower. Bag it. And then if you want to rake, that's the way you dethatch St. Augustine. But normally you shouldn't need to dethatch St. Augustine. If you do, there's also chemicals like azomite that you could throw out that will actually help that thatch deteriorate naturally. I run a mulching blade on my mower. I have a John Deere X300 riding mower, and I put the mulching kit on it because a lot of that grass will actually break down organically and be beneficial to your St. Augustine lawn. So again, D-Mata, I don't know what kind of grass you have. You don't need to dethatch St. Augustine normally. If you do, just get a rake. Just rake it out. You don't need to pay for a dethatcher. Just rake it. Let's see what else. Rev House, lawn talk question. Hashtag lawn talk. What was the product that would instantly kill Sydney's? I mean, someone's grass. Hashtag lawn talk from Sydney. What about mulch? I'm thinking about putting mulch in our flower beds, but I don't know what brand is good. I'll tell you this about mulch, Sydney, and this is a great question, especially in spring. Please, everybody, for the love of God, don't use dyed mulches. The dye will kill your plants. Maybe not this spring and maybe not next spring, but it is toxic and it is awful. My recommendation, Sydney, everybody that's listening to this, that's wanting to mulch their flower beds to help prevent weeds and make it look pretty, and it's going to make your flower beds bloom and grow like crazy, is to use compost as mulch. Get you a thick screened compost. They make thin, medium, and thick. The thick screened compost, I go to Nature's Way Resources, which is in Conroe, and I go up there, or I'll have delivered to my house 3 yards of their medium leaf mold compost. And I legitimately use that as my mulch in all my flower beds. And once I started doing that, not only did it act as mulch and prevent a lot of the weeds, but it also made my plants grow like that. My boxwoods and my bottle brush, just because it's all organic matter. I mean, it's literally like using fertilizer as mulch, and it will just feed and feed and feed all your flower beds. So Sid, stay away from bark mulches if you can, especially if they're dyed. I haven't bought a bag of regular or dyed mulch in years. I literally have medium to coarse compost delivered to the house, and I use that as my mulch. And it's dark. It's like a black color, which I like in my flower beds, and it maintains its color longer than dyed mulches. So it'll maintain that dark, rich black color in your flower beds and your areas that you mulch around your trees and stuff a lot longer. Probably the best thing you could do when it comes to mulching your flower beds this year. Honest to God. All right, let's get one more in and then we'll move on. Unless you guys are into it, which I'm into it. We hadn't really lost anybody watching, so you must be into it. Aaron Little with the hashtag lawn talk. I'm not sure if we've ever talked about this or not, but how do they make designs in the grass in the outfield at MLB Park? So they have this machine Have you ever noticed if you mow one way and then you come back, it's kind of a shade darker? It's basically like, Aaron, do this, Aaron Little. Go on your carpet and rub your hand across it one way and then like do like this and then move it and rub your hand across it the other way. And you'll notice that the carpet will lay different ways and look two different colors. That's what they do to the grass. So what they do is they have an attachment to their mower that actually lays the grass blades down, let's say north to south. They drive up with it. They lift it. They turn around. When they drive back with it, it lays the blade south to north. And the reflection from the sun and the light causes it to look two different shades. And if they're going to do a design, they just do the same thing. They use that to lay the grass down in patterns or designs. I don't know why I know that. That's pretty fucking weird. Probably because I looked into it. CC, hashtag Lawn Talk. I can't believe she's still participating. We know what St. Patty's was all about. What did St. Augustine do? I have no idea. He was the patron saint of lawns. I have no fucking idea. Paul said, did you already get to the Game of Thrones talk? No, that's actually next. I have one more lawn talk, two more lawn talk questions, and then we'll do Game of Thrones. Fidel Limon, lawn talk. Is that what was in your driveway when Amazon fucked up your lawn? Yes. It was either that or the rocks, bull rock. But I think it was 3 yards of coarse leaf mold compost from Nature's Way Resources. I'm pretty sure. Hashtag lawn talk from houses better be serious or goddamn it, I really am banning you as a moderator. So you don't use cedar to repel bugs and termites. I was always told to at least mix in cedar with compost. No, I don't use any because I have an exterminator that comes out in and outside. And that's how I keep termites and bugs and stuff away from the house. No, if you like, honest to God, I'm telling you guys, trust me on this. All of you go use compost for your mulch this year. And when the fall and winter rolls around and you're like, God damn, these bushes and stuff grew really a lot versus last year. Thank me. And then make sure you're exterminating. Like I'll do it myself. You can bring somebody out, but yeah, it's one way to prevent it, but I've never added cedar to my flower beds ever. Okay, let's do Game of Thrones talk because I did want to get to that and Paul's here and he's new and he's requesting it. So I want to talk about it for a second because there's all these spinoffs coming. There's no less than 3 Game of Thrones spinoffs in the works, and I wanted to get your thoughts on them. I loved Game of Thrones. Yeah, Paul the producer. That's right. I loved Game of Thrones. Maybe one of my favorite series of all times. Total Dallas said, I have resisted Game of Thrones. My friend, you should not. Game of Thrones is amazing. And then, look, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not the dragons and magic kind of movie watcher or TV watcher. But honest to God, I heard Fred and AJ talking about Game of Thrones all the time and thought, let me see what this is about. And then I watched it and was like, this is amazing. I loved it. If you have not watched the series yet, and I'm not the nerdy dork type that's all like, I've read all the books and I have the lunchbox and the thermos and then the pajamas with the feet. I don't do none of that shit. But in fact, the only reason I kept HBO as long as I did was so I could finish Game of Thrones. And when it went off the air, I canceled HBO. Swear to God. So their HBO has more Game of Thrones prequels in the works. Including one from the creator of Rome and another by the legendary founder of Dorne. So it says one of the project's working title, 9 Voyages, is from Rome creator Bruno Heller and follows Lord Corlys Velaryon, aka the Sea Snake, the Lord of Tides and head of the House Velaryon. The character also appeared on the upcoming greenlit Game of Thrones prequel, House of the Dragon, where he's played by actor Steve Toussaint? I don't know. So the effort represented a potential spinoff of characters from a series that hasn't even been shot yet. So they're going to shoot one series and then do a spinoff of the character on that series for another series, and neither series has ever even been done yet. A second project in the works titled 10,000 Ships revolves around the warrior queen princess Nymeria, a revered ancestor of House Martell. I don't know what any of this means. Honest to God, nerds. I know some of you dorks are just like, oh my God. Oh my God, this is so great. The house and the lords and the... Oh. I don't know what any of this shit means. I know I love the shows. I'll watch all of these and I will judge at that time whether it's interesting or not. I don't give a fuck how it spins off and, well, that's not technically accurate. If you read the books, then Lord Targaryen and that, blah, blah, blah. Who gives a fuck? Is it entertaining? That's all I really give a shit about. So, this is the revered ancestor of House Martell, this 10,000 Ships featuring Princess Nymeria, who was found in the Kingdom of Dorne. She became so legendary in the realm that 2 characters bore her name in the original series. What? Sand Snake Nymeria Sand and Ares Direwolf. No, I don't know what any of that means. Her story is set roughly 1,000 years before the event of Game of Thrones, making it much older on the Westeros timeline than any other previously announced project. Well, then why the fuck are you doing it? Because I'm going to be honest with you. There are a lot of casual fans like myself. Call us cashes. There's a lot of cashes out there that just watch it and go, cool, dragon, sword, titties, let's bounce. And then there are nerds like Marsha and Sydney and House and Mimi and all you dorks that are like, actually, if you noticed, her fingernails were painted blue, which means she was from the House Crip. And she was actually fighting with House Blood. But because there's no sagging and no tagging allowed in Wisteria, then I don't even fucking know any of the words. But there are most of us that are like, cool, dragons, fire, titties, swords, fights, done. But if you're going to do something that was set 1,000 years back and expect me to tie it into some shit that happened on Game of Thrones, I'm not going to know it. You can sit here and tell me, oh, well, her story was set 1,000 years before Game of Thrones. And Game of Thrones added a storyline involving Dorne midway through the just fucking make the series. I don't know what that means. How many boobies were in the books? Yeah, I don't know. Because you know what? Reading boobies sucks. Guess what I didn't? Guess what I never jerked off to? Penthouse forums. Never was I like, man, I can't wait to read myself to an orgasm. What? No, show me titties. I'm like the Benjamin Franklin of masturbating. Give me titties or give me death. Or was that Paul Revere? I don't remember. The titties are coming. Okay. That took a turn. Sydney said you're not reading the right books. I don't read. I can't. There are some people that love like romance novels and penthouse forums. And I just need to see titties. I just need to see the titties. That's it. The third project, if you're curious, is set in the notorious King's Landing slum of Flea Bottom. The maze of tight streets in the capital city where characters like Davos Seaworth and Gendry Baratheon were born. The projects are in addition to the upcoming greenlit series House of the Dragon, which begins filming in the UK in April and stars Olivia Cook, Emma Darcy, Patty Considine, and Matt Smith. Finally, a name I can pronounce. Dragon follows the story of House Targaryen 300 years before the event of Game of Thrones and builds to an epic civil war that tore Westeros apart. The series is from co-showrunners Miguel Sapochnik, I don't know, and Miguel and Ryan. Expected in 2022. Now that I can fuck with because at least I know House Targaryen. I know a little bit about that. But some of these off-brand bullshit, equate-looking ass Game of Thrones characters, I don't give a fuck. Fidelimo, thank you for the $5 super chat on $5 Friday, my friend. I appreciate it. He said, I don't know if it's the booze, but I am laughing my butt off. Clip this. Well, I don't know. Listen, it could be my booze too. Who knows? Total Allison, from the titties of Call of Duty to the titties of Game of Thrones. Barry on deck, as you covered. Paul said some chicks who will show their boobs for season 1 and then will be too famous. Yeah, exactly. Male golfer. Yeah. I don't know what that was. Those names, Miguel Shapochinik, Schnarf. I don't know what the fuck that is. Rev House, I think you're in the minority on this. I bet you I'm not, House. I bet you there's a lot more nerds in this chat. But I'm willing to bet you, Reverend Lord Chris Householder III, if that is your real name, I'm willing to bet you that there are more people like me that watch Game of Thrones and go, cool, dragon swords, fires, titties, bounce. What's next? Then dorks like you that are like, that's not actually historically factual. Dragons didn't have 5 toes. It was 4, and none of them wore a toe ring. That is so bougie. I guarantee you there's more idiots that watch Game of Thrones than dorks. Willing to bet you, not maybe amongst the deckheads. We have a very intelligent group of people. And I happen to probably be the least intelligent of all the deckheads. Or the most basic. I'm a basic bitch. Show me titties and dragons. I'm good. Fidel said I'm on Barry's page. See? We will grow and multiply. It's just there's a lot of people that are afraid to come out and go, yeah, this is too fucking nerdy for me. I dig it, but I don't give a fuck. Joe Pro said I'm on Team Swords, Dragons, and Boobies. Yeah. Team No Dork. Oh my God. All right, we got to bounce, folks. I got a 3-hour plus drive to sober up for. I'm willing to bet you it won't be me, House. I'll have to go back and watch the whole goddamn series again to even begin to understand this nerdery that they're talking about in these spinoffs. Fall somewhere between the booger eaters and the readers. Okay. I respect that. Hey, thanks for a fun show today. I'll go take a nap, sober up, drive to New Braunfels and do some comedy. I hope you all have a fantastic fun weekend. Sorry about the glitches with the pod bean. For those of you that flicked the bean, I apologize. Tony Garza gets a 5-minute timeout when we come back from the weekend. Don't forget that because he tried to sneak in the soccer update. And you know what? Fuck Tony Garza and fuck soccer. Do me a favor, like Aaron J. Bryan says, hit that like button on the way out. If you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do that. Please go give me a rating on iTunes. I cannot even stress to you how important that will be for the show and the growth of this show if we can somehow, some way crack the suggested on iTunes. And really the only way we're going to do that is if you listen to it on iTunes, you rate it on iTunes, and you leave me a message on iTunes like, hey, I like the show. It's whatever. Please do that. I thank you from the bottom of my heart, not just for the ratings on iTunes and doing that, but from tuning into this show every day, for your super chats, for your Patreon support, for just watching and listening. I love you all so much. I hope you have a great weekend. I will see you on Monday. Do me 3 favors before we go. This weekend, I need you to be safe, be kind, and most importantly, love each other. See y'all on Monday. Enjoy the basketball. Daddy's making a YouTube video!